Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. If you watched last time, you might have seen me messing about with the oil drain thing, and I was wondering whether leaving it here would block a car being put on this central area. That's right, that's as exciting as it's got. So what I'm going to do now is start a new job and see what happens. The excitement is palpable. Okay, so the only two jobs I can take both have a lot of work and probably don't list the parts that are problematic. We did bodywork last time, let's not bother this time. Oops, move all... there we go. Move all tools from the centre of the garage. You're a tool. You're a tool. You're a tool. Okay, now we can take the non-bodywork job. Oh yeah. Oh, look, a nice colour for once, and quite a fancy looking car. Sort of saloony, muscly type car. Good, let's remind ourselves what he's doing. Tapping sounds from the engine bay. Okay. Replace engine oil and oil filter. Timing parts. Car is hard to control. Brake problems, that probably won't help. Loud exhaust. Okay, so some stuff it's telling us about, some stuff it isn't. And there's our next job arriving. So first things first, let's whack it on a lifter. And remind ourselves again, because I've got a memory of fish, can't do anything whilst it's in motion. There we go. Braking problems, they're not listed. Hard to control, probably suspension. So let's get all the wheels off, that's probably the first thing to do. Have a look at these braking stroke suspension problems. Right the way we can see these suspension problems. Inner tie rod action. And also around here, you can see we've got a sway bar that looks a bit knackered. Alright. Oh wow, I could stay on that. Right, oh yeah, brake problems. That brake pad looks awful. Let's get these off. Yeah, that looked pretty nasty. Okay, cool. That looks alright. Part of the suspension. Good. Alright, that's... Continue tutoir. Beep. Anyone who remembers Longman's French? Yeah. Le gars est situé tutoir. No, that's not even a sentence. Right, good. Stop pretending I can remember my French. Alright, oh, and double check these horrible little bushings. No, they all seem fine. Nothing else seems like a problem down this end. So, how are we doing with those problems? Just double check. Don't need none of that. Car's hard to control. Okay, we've got all of those. Still looking for some brake problems though. There, I can see one here. Alright, so let's get this brake disc off. That's fine, we don't need any more suspension problems, so don't bother looking for those. Right. Oh yeah, some brake problems right here. Caliper. Brake discs are fine, back pads rather, but the brake disc is knackered. Okay, so that must be all those problems. Yep. Can't. Oh, yep. Time rate parts I already knew about. Engine oil. I've got to find what that is. And we've got some exhaust issues to sort. Also, we need to take out the oil filter, a job which almost certainly requires it being up in the air. Because, you know, you can just screw it off leading through the engine bay. That would be wrong for some reason. Right. Oh, I can't quite reach that bit. There we go. Okay, so that's all those bits off. Oh yeah, and the thing I mentioned that I've already forgotten. Oop. Let's buy those bits whilst we're here. So, it's an oil filter V8. Car parts. Oh, you can just click on that. Great. Engine. Oil filter V8. Okay, yeah, we've got a belt tensioner, 2 timing belts. So, engine, belt tensioner, 2 timing belts. Timing belt, was it timing belt V8? Yes, timing belt V8. Timing belt V8, 2 of those. Water pump V8 and water pump pulley. Water pump V8. Water pump pulley. Alright. Carriage hard to control. 2 inner tie rods. Running gear. 2 inner tie rods. Outer tie rod, I think. And a sway bar front end link A. Sway bar front end A. Sway bar front end. One of those. Brake problems. 2 brake calipers. Brakes. 2 brake calipers. 2 brake discs. 2 brake pads. 2 brake discs. 2 brake pads. Oh yeah, an exhaust. It's quite a lot of bits. Exhaust pipe. Just a basic exhaust pipe. Front exhaust pipe V8, 2 middle mufflers. Front exhaust pipe V8, 2 middle mufflers, and a rear V8 thing. Rear muffler V8. Okay. So, starting off with the oil filter, and then the exhaust parts. Oops, where have I gone? There we go. Climb down the exhaust. And there we go, that's all those done. Alright, so now we can bring it back down. Oh no, hang on, there's a thing we didn't do. Back up. Draining the crappy oil. Alright, so about there. No, forward a bit. Yeah, I'll do. Alright. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright, cool. So I drained the oil. Good. That was the last thing I needed to do with it up in the air, I believe. Right, let's put the suspension wheel bits back on. Suspension wheel bits. That's right. Technical terms. I hope I'm not blinding you all with science. Or, you know, the stuff that I'm talking about if it isn't science. Mechanical, automotive mechanical nonsense. Oh yeah. Whoop whoop whoop. Alright. What do we have to put on back here? Is it just brakes back here? Just brakes. Nothing important. Brakes. An optional extra. For fun times, shits and giggles. Yeah. There we go. All nice and shiny. Shiny and boring grey looking. Alright. Okay, and now we've got some inner tie stuff. Outer tie in as well. There's a sway bar at this end, wasn't there, as well? At this corner. Good remembering me. And all this bit. Bolty bolts. And the wheel. Alright. So, that should be some green bits on my list. Car is hard to control, brake problems and exhaust. Yeah, okay, so once I've put some oil in, although I should probably do the rest of the engine first, it probably doesn't matter, but it does feel a bit weird putting the oil in before you put everything else out that requires it. Right, so let's access the timing area, so we need to get rid of all this stuff off the front. Alright, okay, I had the wrong thing in my hand. We're also looking for a tapping noise, which may or may not be in the head. You know, it might be a piston or something horrible. I don't know. I didn't know. Someone's dropped a penny in there, and that's the end of that. That's fucked it right up. We need to get this timing cover off, so I think we have to take all of this stuff off. Let's just check. Yeah, pretty much all of it. Okay. Oh, you're joking. So to get this off, we have to take off... Oh. 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 That's disappointing. Who designed this car? Seriously, they have to take all of this stuff off first. What do I have to take off first at these? Alright. Not many bolts. I guess it has to be kept on nice and evenly. Lots of pressure in this area. Nothing obviously broken here to worry about, as in that knocking noise off of the engine. That looks a bit nasty, that timing belt. I don't know if that's something that's already listed as a problem though, so... Yeah, can we be somewhere where we can see what we're doing? That'd be awesome. Okay. Oops, and the final one. Right, so now we can take that off. The timing belt covers. If we actually unbolt the bolts properly. There we go. So, it's out of interest, what was meant to be. So we don't... Ah, timing cover. Oh, really? Okay, okay. Alright, so we found everything. Well, that makes it a lot easier. So, I have all these other parts, I believe. I've already bought those, so I just need to buy a... What was it? Timing cover V8. An engine, I assume. Timing cover V8. Timing belt cover V8. Timing cover V8. There we go. Alright, so then we're going to reverse all that we just did. That bolt, there we go. Recalcitrant bolts. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Whoop. These bolts are being... Is it because they're extra long, do you think? It's not twisting them hard enough. Enough, not hard enough. Frequently enough. That's the thing. Bolty, bolty. In fact, they're quite impressive, considering they're so long. It's just for a sort of single trip noise. You know, it's like we've pushed it all the way in with a single twist. I guess if you do enough of this mechanicking malarkey, you get pretty good with the old sockets. I guess. Okay, so just putting all these back on. Yes. Oop. No, nope, there we go. Idle roller. Idle roller. Hey, hey. No. Can't blame you. And one belt tensioner. And I think, therefore I am, double check. See this timing belt V8? Was that right in the... That was right underneath the cover, wasn't it? I guess I might speed this bit up. Undo all this work I've just done and then redo it again. The one with the waggly tail. Do-loo-loo-loo-loo-doo. Ah, dearie me. Errors. Errors. So frustrating when you make errors. Especially when they're very avoidable errors. Most errors, well not most errors, a lot of errors are avoidable, but you can't get too hung up on it. Which is rich, because if anyone who actually knew me knew about me, I'd just get very hung up on these things. You know, maybe pretending I have an audience keeps me from being going completely nuts about it. Because, you know, when you're on your own and you go rah, 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 it doesn't matter if no one's watching as you go completely off the rails and a little bit nuts. But when you've got a perceived audience, even if that audience is almost certainly imaginary, you have to worry about these things. So did I buy all that crap already? I did. It's not any more frustrating. It's just, you know. Hey ho. Right, well that's good. So I don't know if I'll speed this bit up as well, or if I've sped up all of it or any of it. I might just forget, or you know, decide to leave you with the full extent of the excitement of the having to remove the timing area, the timing cover for a second time. More fun than you can shake a stick at, even a really big stick. Actually, you couldn't shake a big stick at anything, because you can shake a smaller stick at more things. You've got to think about these things. Yeah. Belt tension up. And serpentine belt. Serpentine. Okay, now that should be that. So all I'm left with is the excitement of putting the rest of this back on, as I realise I haven't actually finished. So I'm looking for the place to put oil, and I realise that it's now not actually replaced the place where you put oil. That doesn't make any sense, but I know what I mean. I know what I mean. This makes one of us. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Bolty bolt. Yeah, so that's got the oil cap on that head block, whatever you call it. So I could have just poured oil in the hole before, well I couldn't have actually, but if it was a real engine I could have, but you know. Oh yeah. I'm in assemble mode, so I can't do that. Oily. Oily, oily. Oily goodness. Oil! There we go, finished with oil. Just double check by grabbing the dipstick. Yeah, oil. Awesome. So that should be the whole job done with only a minimal couple of minutes spent redoing a bit that I did badly. Clump. Awesome. Brilliant. Awesome. Awesome. Brilliant. Nice looking car too. What was it called? Salem Spectre. Shame about the name, but never mind. Can't have everything. Awesome. I say again. Ching! Job completed. Good, good. Alright, come on, I'll treat you to some green flobbling. Oh, it's a bit out of focus. Oh, I haven't checked this since I put the graphic quality down. Although, generally speaking, the graphics are better for you to look at. They're not pixelating as much when I do that. Not that I do that very often. But yeah, greenery's lost some of its charm. Never mind, we're not here to look at greenery. Stuff that shit. Right, thanks for watching. Come back soon for more of pretty much the same. Oh yeah.